Very satisfactory afternoon for you.
Yeah, it is, because they were top of the form table, weren't they? Last 10 games, so we knew it was going to be tricky, and I thought we had a good first half. I was pleased with the goal. We had a couple of other chances, kept them down to a minimum of chances really, and it's another win. And the league table looks like it's been easy now, doesn't it? We won it at Wrexham, the lads are saying, but I didn't realise. But anyway, at the end of the day, you know that we ain't giving up yet. We want to get the wins. Supporters have come a long way to see us play in the traffic and that. We wanted to make sure that they had something to cheer on the way home and something to start a party with. You know, you can't be all dressed up and get beat and have no party. You feel a bit silly, don't you? So we wanted to make sure we won the game for them in their bananas and panchos and all that sort of stuff. So no, I'm proud of them. And there was a few Gary Johnsons in the crowd. It was a little bit daunting actually, a little bit. But great. They worked hard and they got their reward.
And in the context of the game, from up in the press box, it looked as if you were pretty much in control for the game.
Yeah, I think we was, but you always need that second goal. You know that they're going to give it a bit of a go at the end, which they sort of did. Got the quick lad on, and we had to adjust. I wanted to give 3 other lads a go. Get them out onto the pitch, which I did. I just felt we got to keep possession a little bit better when we move up. Today was about the first day I'm looking at them as second division and see, whether they can handle retaining possession, see if they get the ball back quick, see if they're brave, are they going for headers, are they ducking out of them, all them things. And I told them that before the game, and I'll be assessing them now for the next level up, and that's what I've got to do. Some of them have done all right and some have got a little bit more to do.
And you mentioned the goal, but again it was a really well worked goal and extremely well finished.
Yeah, well, we knew get him in that. He'd been in that position twice before that one, and we thought, no, he don't normally miss 3, and he struck it really well, and keeper couldn't get it. But it was the end of a good move. It was a decent move, and Dates, Pelly, and Stoz were running the midfield at the time, ably assisted by our 2 wing backs. I thought that we're doing okay, getting on the ball. They changed their shape and they made it man for man. So that was why it was a little bit bitty in the second half, because they knew that we was having a lot of the ball and they needed to try and wrestle some possession back.
So this week you've got your budget as of Friday. What lies ahead for you this week? What lies ahead is still a bit of work. We've still got a game Saturday. That would be nice to get the 101 points at home in front of, again, hopefully a capacity crowd, and hopefully we can have a party. Although, as I said to the lads before today, we've still got to perform. You can't just go out and have a party and win a football match. So Lincoln won't want to do that. Come here and they'll try and be party poopers, but we got to be ready, and we got to win the game. So we're going to prepare again this week properly, and look forward to our party after Saturday, because that'll be it. Yeah? And of course, anything else that may come about for us, we'll enjoy after that, because there's no football matches. I'll give them a couple of weeks and then to let their hair down for those that have got hair, and then I'll get them to start thinking about next season again, even though they'll still be on holiday. They need to come back fit. And now you've got your budget, will you be in very active conversations with the players?
Yeah, very active, and I spoke to a few in the hotel, and I'm pleased with the way things are going actually, because I've been telling them all along that they're in my plans. All we got to do is negotiate. I've given them a little lesson in agents for those that are not sure how it works. That was my opening gambit, my negotiations. So I'm one up on them all. No, they all trust me. I hope they do, because if they don't, then they shouldn't be here. If they trust me, then I'm their best agent.
And have you got indications that everyone's saying, I want to stay?
Well, everyone wants to stay, and if you give them £1 million a week, they will stay. If you give them £50 a week, they won't. So they're still professionals. You've got to give people what they're worth, and some, of course, have done a bit more than others, and some are ahead of others. Some have got families, some haven't. So it's a pretty hard task really for a manager there, because when you like everyone, you want to give them all as much as you can. But the budget doesn't allow for everyone to get the same. So there is a hierarchy, but I'm pretty sure that most of them will be happy with their negotiation.
With the budget you've got, do you think you've got enough to give them what they're likely to want?
No, I've given them enough. We all want a bit more, don't we? But they'll have enough to know that we appreciate the work they've done for us in getting our promotion. We've not gone from the Championship to the Premiership. We've gone from the National Conference and the National League to the Second Division, which is where we were, 10, 12 months ago, whatever it is. So we mustn't be deluded. We start thinking we're all, top of the tree. And I'll get rid of that deludedness pretty quick with them because. But I'm pretty sure that they're all going to be happy with staying at Cheltenham, I'm sure.
Final question, great rapport with you and the fans again. What are you going to do with the sombrero you walked off in?
I've changed the packet, take it back, and we can give it back to the man, the Mexican who gave it to me. I don't know where it come from. I went into the crowd with no hat, and I came out with a hat. There was more Gary Johnsons in the crowd, I know that, than I've ever seen before, and that was quite daunting actually. It was like a bad dream. So anyway, hopefully they'll all have a good journey back, and we look forward to seeing them on Saturday.